things that Rick just said as we welcome you inside the Xfinity Center in basketball on the Big Ten Network, sponsored by Jeep. Scarlet Knights trying to back up their ranked win against Illinois with a massive road trip to number 18 Maryland, where the Terps are hoping to forget about the And we're underway, Maryland basketball. They got off to such a hot start in Columbus. They led by 17 late in the first half, could not hold it. Nobody was happy on the flight back, and they're trying to change things here.
Well, they're 10-0 at home this year, so this is elixir for Maryland coming back home.
Bailey and Somerville fought each other for the rebound. Nobody grabbed it.
I like Rice being aggressive to start the game. He can space this floor out with his outside shooting. Open up shots like that.
Tipped by Derek Queen. He got his own rebound, and it's knocked out of his hands, and they still can't handle the basketball. Another three.
Well, Rutgers very fortunate that time. Like they need some stick-em. Old school NFL stick-em.
A little fumble Ruski here in the first minute of this ball game. Promise the football references will all go away.
Oh, why? It's Super Bowl Sunday. Gotta weave it in.
I brought you some halftime chip and dip.
Okay, I appreciate that.
I figured you were a sour cream and onion guy. Kicked into the corner, thrown away. Ace Bailey did not play itself out against Ohio State. Just 3 triples. Reese into the corner. Another open look at 3, and Miguel is coming off a rough game. Maryland in this ball game has gotten 5 shots in the first couple trips, but they haven't hit. Quick take by Harper. Grant lost it on the way up, but he's
opportunities to improve that resume.
Now for about a month, and he stretches the floor for this team.
He stretches the floor. He gives them great. Oh, good job by Selton McGill on the denial.
High entry pass to Somerville, working on Julian Reese. He was called for a foul the last time down the floor, and nice body control by Somerville.
Lathan Somerville's got game. A nice finish.
Foul was called on Dylan Grant. More than 3 minutes into this opening half, and finally Rodney Rice puts Maryland on the board. Grant tips it around, and you talked about Rodney Rice. 19 points a game the last 3, feeding Julian Reese. Bailey on the move. Grant into the lane. And Rutgers up 6-2.
I tell you what, there might not be a team, Jason, that has more upside down the stretch than this Rutgers ball club. You mentioned them starting 4 freshmen. They are growing up right before our eyes.
Gillespie settles, nails the triple. And that's a big sign. Jacoby Gillespie
has got change of pace. Obviously, he can shoot with range. Just needs to get a few more to drop.
Harper misses his first 2. Nobody picked up Reese. That's an outlet. Cannon in the foul. Free throw shooting numbers for anybody of all time, and of course right on cue, he didn't get it close to the bucket.
Yeah, you know, I don't believe in those announcers.
I know you don't.
So when I played, I didn't hear one word an announcer said while I was playing.
But he has been playing his best basketball of his career. 3 20-point games over the course of the last 6. Somerville's working on Reese. Threw it over. Teeny on the floor for Rutgers, the transfer from Princeton. Certainly a guy who could stretch the floor with a 3. Over to Ace Bailey, yet to score. And that's
pretty.
And right on cue.
Man, I mean,
that killer here in the 2025 calendar year. The putback not there. Harper on the move, right to the bucket. And that for Rutgers is 6 unanswered.
Boy, Dylan.
Harper tracks it down. You know, his scoring was highlighted on Wednesday. 28 in his return from his ankle sprain, but boards, assists, and another take right to the rim. Timeout, Maryland.
Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey show.
Well, you're talking about the flu for Dylan Harper. It's certainly hitting teams all across the country. Open 3, Selton McGill knocks in a tough one, and that's a big bucket out of the timeout.
Selton McGill has been a revelation from long.
Kick out to Martini, an open look.
Great unselfish pass by Bailey, though.
Another open look for Gillespie. Hits his second early going.
Okay, that's 6-0 right now. That's a 6-0 run. Games quickly.
Well, and part of the season. That was not there the last couple of years, but they have so many good three-point shooters.
Yeah, that's a huge difference in this offensive attack this season.
Bailey inside the arc. Another pull-up. He rattles it home.
You know what? One of the reasons why I love these two freshmen from Rutgers, they defy analytics. And just go hoop. Go get me a tough bucket when I need it.
Lead out battles and puts it in. Oh!
Player has so much confidence. Watch Queen go over the top, regather, go up strong, hammer it home. Old school three-point play opportunity. Derek Queen playing like a king right now. Really interesting to see the maturation of these two.
Derek Queen converts the Jenny Young with the hustle, but Davis got it back. Tie ball game. About 9 minutes into it. First half, it has been a good, hard, aggressive game on both sides. Somerville split the defenders and put it off the glass.
Telling you, Lathan Somerville's going to be a problem in this league moving forward. That young man is light on his feet. Great footwork between the two bigs of Maryland.
He's got 6 points here in the first half. Queen into the corner. Miguel, an open three.
Watch Gillespie in this possession.
Queen, wave off the shot. And Derek Queen having a massive impact here on this first half with 8 rebounds. That Huskers team that had lost 6 in a row has now turned it completely around. That road trip to Oregon was massive. They've got Ohio State coming up when we are done here in College Park.
Nebraska's benefited from Bryce Williams, but also Jawan Gary is the junkyard dog that's starting to score consistently. I think that's been the difference in Northwestern having success.
Tough floater ends a 7-0 Maryland run. Jeremiah Williams on the board. His first points of the half, and it's a 3-point Maryland lead.
Nice response from Rutgers as Maryland had a little push.
Miguel again. That is 5 first half threes for Maryland.
I know Tyson Acuff was a little surprised because Selton was at this Xfinity Center mark. Pretty long shot.
Harper worked his way into the paint, got fouled.
Needs him to stay aggressive because when he's able to spread space the floor, it opens up so much for Queen and Reed.
They lost to Michigan at home. They did not have him. You saw him with the win at Northwestern where Ace Bailey went off again.
Yeah, that was one of the most efficient scoring performances I've seen in Big Ten in a long time, Jason. Ace Bailey was getting it done. I believe he was 12 of 16 from the field for 35 points. That's great efficiency.
Getting set to check back in for Steve Piper. Queen, another board, and another putback. Derek Queen. Queen wants it again. He got it up high. Nice touch pass to Geronimo. And Queen already with 10 first half rebounds.
Oh, what a pass. Shots.
Harper can certainly do that, but again, one and done. They're not getting offensive boards. Miguel into the front court. He's fouled. Durkak got him on the arm. And Selton and Miguel go to the free throw line for a pair. And he is into double Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. The first conference game for those two teams. But it was a totally different, although it looked in the first half they were going to get blown out again. 31 for Bruce Thornton. Lathan Somerville hit, count it. And they have needed him here this afternoon. He's got 8.
Got the best hair in the building, too.
Maryland has gone on an 18-6 run and a foul down the floor. And you know, for Jordan Durkak, an experienced player, he's not one of these freshmen. You're going to put...
Can convert here.
It's a 1-and-1. He hits a ball that's back to a 12-point lead.
Watch this pressure. Gillespie and Rice do a really good job of baiting, faking. Ooh! Dylan Grant. He's done this here back half of the Big Ten season. Highlight reel at the rim.
They had all those words you were saying in the backcourt, but they forgot about Grant in the front court.
Oh, you're right.
Queen working on Somerville. He got it to go, and Derek Queen has a first half.
Wise decision.
Queen with the fake. Oh, he split the defense. He was fouled, and Derek Queen will go to the line.
Steve Pikiell wanting to travel there on Queen.
I mean, one of the impressive things, too.
You know, Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey and Derek Queen, they all know each other. They know what this...
To try and, at least what they thought they'd be, an NCAA tournament team.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, when you're starting 4 freshmen, you're going to have a Dow Jones effect in terms of lack of consistency because you're dealing with young people.
Rice got all the way. It was blocked. And Davis starts the break. 3-on-2 for Rutgers. He takes it all the way to the rim. And a foul called on the rebound. Well, they said he's going up, so they're going to give him 2 shots. Back at the line for a pair.
Already.
Well, on the other part for Ace Bailey,
set up his teammates in addition to scoring the basketball.
Kai Palmer back on the floor. He had some early action again, playing without Tafara Gapari here this afternoon, out with the flu. Rice late in the shot clock, and he got it to go.
Rodney Rice on this first half.
He is playing extended minutes, and he's playing them well. Rice found Palmer, and he's fouled by Bailey. I don't know how Rodney Rice saw Malachi Palmer trip. Been playing just a couple of minutes. Hasn't really gotten a ton of run to.
Gives Kevin Willard some versatility on the defensive end.
Off the deflection, 2 to shoot for Williams, and he threw it for another play by Geronimo. Rice with the pull-up 3.
That's confidence right there. Boy, just to pull up off the semi-break. Nothing but cotton. Rodney Rice.
The starters score so much of Maryland's point production, but what their
defensive presence, so a lot of hands in the cookie jar this afternoon.
Why not? Well, the way this half is gone, that was going to go down. Harper with the spin. Nice find to Dylan Grant.
Boy, look at the vision at halftime, Jason. Rutgers gets a stop and comes back and scores. This will look a lot different in the second half.
Feel like it a little bit. Poked away, got it back. Rice to McGill. Extra kick. They got 3 to shoot. McGill, the deep triple. Oh, it's there! Selton McGill is 4th of the half.
He shot that one from Bethesda. That was deep.
Coming up, the State Farm halftime show. Rick Pizzo, John Beeline, Raphael Davis. They're in our Chicago studios here in 10 seconds.
He waited too long, I think.
And now they got to go. Harper's got to make it happen. Over to Martini, trying to end the half, and he does. That's a big shot for Zach Martini. His second 3 of the half by Selton McGill. Second time in 3 games he has hit 4 threes.
You see Reese trying to take Bailey down the box.
And Miguel's just feeling it. His 5th 3 of the game.
And that was good recognition that time because he got switched out. Lathan Somerville was guarding him. And bigs don't like to guard on that perimeter like that.
He had it knocked out of his hands by Queen. Nice find. Somerville was fouled. And he could not convert. So
defenses. And you see Steve Pikiell getting his freshman fired up.
Pilot lost 30 pounds before coming on campus. Got in shape. Set to play. Still a big body at 6'10", 270.
I like Rutgers giving Maryland some of their own medicine here.
Gillespie broke the press and went right down the boulevard to the hoop.
What Gillespie had.
3 different Terps have scored in double figures. Queen has 13. Reese sat on the bench the last 8 minutes with 2 fouls. Queen's got to the free throw line. A high floater rattles home.
Maryland was so comfortable in their half-court set. You referenced it. They hit 7 threes in the first half. A lot of those were easy looks.
Finds Somerville. Reese was there. Grant puts it home. So Dylan Grant's got 10.
He got a great zone breaker in Derek Queen right there. That was a great double team to force Reese's miss.
Harper off the dribble, quick into the lane, and quick buckets. And Rutgers is back within 8.
Oh, wow, he missed a kick.
They did, and Williams to the floor to get the basketball.
What a play by Jeremiah Williams.
And they get a quick two. Got Grant, he's fouled. Oh, the effort by Jeremiah Williams.
You back into it, feeling good about yourself.
Well, you talked about the length of Dylan Grant and the
counts and looks from that action.
He finds Bailey on the move. Harper wanted the basketball. He didn't get it. On an 8-0 run. They're giving Grant some space. He drives it clean. A whistle and a foul, and that is number 3 on Derek Queen.
Can help it because sweating on Selection Sunday is no fun. And so some quality opportunities there lie ahead for Rutgers.
You start getting some quad one
now with seeding, and believe me, that's going to change a lot before Selection Sunday.
Rice is fouled, shooting a 3 out of the timeout. Jeremiah Williams, who picked, and he has been on the floor. I mean, you can't count how many
plays with a level of abandonment, reckless abandon.
Rice hits 2 of the 3.
Picking up some of the Rutgers students behind us. They are into this game like they always are here at the Xfinity Center.
Reese on the roll, and Bailey got his hands in there. Rutgers with a 4-on-1. Harper on the finishing in, and it's back to a 6 points
from Maryland. Great job at denying first pass.
Late in the shot clock, they found Durkat cut into the basket. It didn't hit the rim, and Grant with the follow and a chance at 3.
Dylan Grant is
playing. He was warming up before the game. Was ill. He has not come out at all.
Harris-Stevens has got to step up for Maryland right now and be a presence on the floor with them being shorthanded.
Gillespie on the drive. Oh, he got through Grant and Durkat.
He uses change of speed so well. Keeps his defender off balance and then boom, explodes to the hole, and no one can respond.
We're trying to repay the favor out to Martini. The extra kick, Durkat, nice fake. Into the paint, and he's fouled. When he hit the floor hard.
Jordan.
That's the 3rd on Selton Miguel. Rutgers is shooting for that he's having to deal with.
Well, and Kevin Willard is an outstanding defensive coach. I'm not worried about them on that end of the floor. I'm more concerned about them on the offensive end without Reese's presence. See, and Derek Queen, how tentative will he be with his 3 fouls?
At the moment they gave that foul that we talked about to Reese, to Geronimo, but at the moment,
opportunity.
And he's got it. Rice, the 4th Terp into double figures. He's got 13.
I love the way Maryland has responded to these Rutgers pushes. They've calmly gotten to where they want to get to. They've made the plays that they need to. Absolutely no way that foul was on Jordan Geronimo.
Durkat missed the front end of the Reese. Queen with the dribble. He had a double-double in the first half. Has not scored here in the second half, and Harper's off to the races. Changes hands, gets into the lane, and finishes.
Oh, man, that's a thoroughbred coming up the floor nonstop.
Rice back the other way for 3.
Great job by Maryland on the push. A ton this afternoon, but he's doing a fantastic job of finding his teammates.
Yeah, and playing defense. He has been aggressive, 35 feet away from the basket. Durkat turned the corner and was fouled. And so more free throws coming up for... 1-1. And he hits the first. They're cleaning up the floor.
Two big free throws were done.
But his mouth is taped up.
I saw when he came back to the bench and people were talking to him, he's given the signal that he cannot talk.
He shot Harris Smith underneath. Counting the opportunity at three. Well, so now he's in foul trouble for the Scarlet Knights. But Ace Bailey on the bench has not been a factor from a scoring perspective this afternoon. He has just 4. Somerville does off the glass, and he's up to 12.
Good job going away from the...
Martini rips it away.
Great help side defense.
On the drive, he got bumped. It's tapped up. It's tapped in. Dylan Grant's there again. He's got...
How well they handled the pressure of Maryland. Fans kind of pensive. They wanted Selton McGill to let that 3 go.
Queen with the putback. His first points of the second half.
Little matchup zone. Rutgers having a hard time trying to figure it out.
Okay, got clean up in the air. Tough shot. Martini taps it around. And he is fouled on the floor. It is Han Harris off in this season. Just 9 of 15 at the line this year. Hits the first.
Unusual.
He's the only one that's hit a 3 this afternoon for the Scarlet Knights. He's 2 of 3. His teammates are all of 7.
I'm working Derek Queen in the post if I'm Maryland.
Rice got through.
Look at Rutgers right now. They have 0 rim protection on the floor.
Grant's watching him, trying to help with the double team. Queen got to the line with the soft touch.
He's so talented.
Martini left alone. Grant in some trouble on the baseline, trying to fight through. Nice touch pass. Martini under the basket.
Dylan Grant has been outstanding this afternoon.
That was important. McGill was trying to launch a 6-3 of the game. Martini wanted to help, it never came. And a foul call. I don't think the shot counts. Which will be 27 5 weeks from today.
He's figured it out. He's got a club that is playing some of their best basketball right now. Plays for his team.
Now Julian Reese is back on the floor. He is playing with 4 fouls. Derek Queen has been the story for Maryland on this side of the ball. And oh man, again, and you said it, the way that he looks
against Harper.
Yeah, he's been 10 seconds on the shot clock. He's been calling for it. Dumped it down to Reese, who has the size advantage over Williams. Count it! Another assist for Queen, and a chance to put the lead back at 14. Stat line on a night where Julian Reese has only been on the floor for 16 minutes. Now, you're right, Harper's got to go. He's got to be the guy.
Yeah, and he's trying to set up his teammates, but I think he's going to have to be the one that takes the lion's share of the shots for the remaining. Selton McGill have really stepped up in his absence.
No Geronimo's impact. Right. Different story today, and then he lost a tooth on an elbow.
Possessions here shorten this game up a little bit if you're Maryland.
Jeremiah Williams gave the foul, and he's done. That is his 5th. And so he will go to the bench on a 4.5 rebound afternoon. You know, and he
free throws made, and watch him sit down. You got to have fun, man. And he definitely has it. Advantage of that now.
Dylan Grant for 3. Extra opportunity for Harper on the drive, lays it in. And a timeout taken by Steve Peichel. Bruce Thornton at 9 points in the final 2 minutes and change, and then the game-winning shot. Derek Queen with the crossover, and the finish!
Boy, he showed some quickness on that one, didn't he, Jason? Man, he put it on the deck. He got past Grant quick as a hiccup.
They have had no answers for him pretty much anywhere on the floor. Grant was looking down. He went on the three-pointer, and he's fouled. So, I mean, you could always offer those services. I don't know if he's got that in his repertoire. With an elbow on a drive by Durkak, and the tooth went flying. Dylan Grant hits.
It's such a luxury to have this young man on their team.
Got it to him with 7 on the shot clock. He's working on a much smaller Davis, and he's got no opportunity to stop him.
Well, go ahead, big fella. Show us what you can do.
Dylan Harper's got his stats, but it hasn't had the same impact. Swinging around, Davis is in trouble. And they push, it is on Grant. It's going the other way. 7 about a month ago against the Golden Gophers here in this building. He is next day game replays for every Big Ten game. Subscribe right now at BigTenPlus.com. Now, if he wants that career high, he'll have to score again in the final 2:30. Durkak got it back, and he's fouled, so with the clock stopped.
The rest of the way, but, you know, he was scoreless against the Illini.
Well, effective. He had the ankle injury. But to your point, Steve, he had... into the front court to Gillespie. And a 10-point Maryland lead. Trying to move to 14-1 at home this season.
Harper going for the steal, but luckily came back in to get that defensive glass.
Up ahead to Somerville, working on Queen, who does have 4 fouls. And he stood his ground, and it worked on the defensive end. And a timeout taken by Maryland. With 1:45 to go. When we are done, we will point a game, but Bailey clearly has not been himself. Been over on the bench most of this second half with a towel on his head, dealing with some type of illness.
Yet he's still effective, right? And so I think that's just his demeanor, his way.
And he has tied a career high. 27 points to go along with 14 rebounds and 5 assists on the offensive end. Now Dylan Harper trying to get into the lane, found Somerville, and Gillespie knocked it out of bounds with the help defense. And they've certainly been aggressive, right? Those takes.
Plays at the rim.
I think Jordan Geronimo.
Meeting at the summit.
Break the pressure with Miguel, who had a massive impact early in the game, but he turned it over. Harper to the bucket, and 2 quick points and a timeout Rutgers. So you get the free throws, you get the steal, and with 1:21 to go, it's back to a 7-point game. As well as the shot making from Selton Miguel and Rodney Rice have been big. And Maryland has played with a near double-digit lead most of this last 9 minutes of this ball game.
They've done a good job. Every time Rutgers is Tafar Gapari is a big part of what they do off the bench in the post area. He was noon, not necessarily from an offensive standpoint, but he touched everything else.
I've struggled a little bit at the line, though. Now 18 of 28. So 64% from the free throw line this afternoon for a 75% free throw shooting team. Durkak for 3. They gotta have it. They don't. Gillespie the rebound. And he's fouled.
Is if when you're struggling shooting a basketball, you got to get a layup. Either.
They're leaving the door open slightly with all these missed opportunities at the free throw line.
You know what Maryland's going to be doing in practice tomorrow.
Harper trying to shake Palmer. They're using a lot of time. The lefty triggers no. He's batted around and another rebound. Today's MVP, he's got the ball in his hands with 40 seconds to go, and his 15th rebound of the game.
And they deserve it. They held off every run that Rutgers made.
And a career high 15 rebounds. And a 10-point lead here in the final 35 seconds for the Scarlet Knights. Just 2 of 15 from beyond the arc. Keck lost the handle. Harper. On the time, they get a 3, and it's Jamichael Davis. And a foul. Team now playing for the rest of the year without Owen Freeman. Had surgery last. Started the year preseason top 25, but it just never worked out that way.
Well, you're playing a ton of freshmen, and it's tough to get some consistency in this conference when you're young.
Davis foot on the line. It's just a 2. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fall. And Rutgers going to call off the Dogs here. Queen's going to hold the basketball. A new career high and a dominant performance, and yet another home victory for Maryland. 90-81, the 18th ranked team in the country moves to 18-6 and 8-5 in conference on what is the 7th double-double of the season.